Hello, welcome once again to this your channel on the beardedeurofan, that's me. For today's episode I'm going to review the Ukrainian entry for Junior Eurovision 2022, which will be represented by singer Zlata Dziunka with the song Nezlamna, which in English translates as Unbreakable, after the impressive performance of Olena Usenko in last year's contest, having reached the 6th place. Ukraine moves forward with its participation, despite the ongoing situation with the armed conflict in the country, but probably encouraged with the victory achieved in the senior edition on last May, trying to replicate the success of this year on the junior edition. Let's take a look to the artists that will defend the Ukrainian colors on the main stage of the event. Zlata is 14 years old and lives in the town of Ruska in northwestern Ukraine, close to the Polish border. Music has been a part of her life since ever. In fact, the first time she got on a stage was at the age of 6, and since then she has not stopped. She has done studies in a local musical academy, and after graduating she has been participating in several musical festivals in both her native country and abroad. She also plays the ukulele and practices singing in different musical genres like blues, soul or jazz. Now we are going to see how the Eurovision experience begins for the still young but experienced performer. After confirming their participation in the junior contest on early August, the Ukrainian public broadcaster opened a submission period for Ukrainian child artists to send their proposals, which lasted until the end of that same month. Having received more than 50 entries, the broadcaster took in charge of selecting the 5 child artists that will take part in the junior national final, being Zlata among them. The final show took place on mid-September, in which the winner will be chosen with the combination of the votes of a jury, selected by an online voting before the show, and the public also with an online voting. After all the finalists have performed their entries, the voting results reveal a tie in the first 2 places, with Zlata and the duo of Sofia Artemenko and DJ Polikan receiving the same amount of points. In this case, the jury will resolve the tie, giving their vote to one of their finalists, awarding their votes to Zlata, gaining therefore the right of representing Ukraine on the event. It's the most dramatic proposal presented in this edition. Now here comes the analysis according to what she has presented in her official music video. The melody in this case is a ballad with influences of Ukrainian traditional music and jazz, taking into account her experience in the musical festival she has participated. Zlata's voice is quite good. In the context of the song, it brings a lot of intensity and passion. About the lyrics, it has been written in Ukrainian and English, remarking in this case that it has been composed by herself together with renowned Ukrainian singer and songwriter Ilaria, following a friendship and artistic partnership which started with the lockdowns caused with the COVID-19 pandemic. Written in detail, previously translated of course. It talks about her thoughts and feelings about the ongoing war conflict in her country, living close to the Polish border. She has been witness of the countless people leaving the country due to the ongoing war, especially children, while the verses talks about how this affects the lives of the children. The chorus expresses a strong patriotic feeling, aiming to not give up, to defend the land and not losing hope. In this sense, she feels that she has the responsibility of being a voice for those children that are facing an uncertain future, but who are doing so with determination and grit. In fact, is what she wants to transmit with her song. As long as there is will and faith in the future, they will be unbreakable, like the song's title. The touching the official music video, the plot is simple but with some impact. In the beginning, there are some first shots of Zlata sitting on the floor with many enlightened candles around her while she starts to perform the song. While the shot is getting back, you can see there's more people in the place, where you can distinguish a girl with a mother which is reading her a book, and some boys playing board games. During the chorus you can realize that they are in a subterranean bunker, probably having sheltered there for very well-known reasons. With the second verse, Zlata slowly walks from the place she was to where the rest of the children are. They stop what are they doing and they stand up from the floor to reach her, and at the same time there are alternate shots of Zlata at dark in the bunker, lighted just only by a spotlight creating a dark and light effect. The dramatic performance of her continues during the bridge and the last chorus, until that being enlightens her and the children, closing the performance with a close-up of all of them. Making a summary of the comments, the Ukrainian entry for this year does not create many expectations. It's undeniable in any concept all the situation happening with the armed conflict, and the fact of this being influencing in most of the Ukrainian songs nowadays. However, taking into account that the winning song of the senior edition for this year became an anthem against the war between Russia and Ukraine, seeing once again the anti-war speech very raw in the song and featured in a junior contest, can generate some disagreements in the audience, resulting in a side effect towards the proposal. For the staging in Yerevan, it could be seen during the rehearsals that it will be a sober performance, mostly with Zlata performing the song at the center of the stage, wearing a modern outfit with an avant-garde touch, while song words for the lyrics are shown in the screens, some of them in Ukrainian and some of them in English. Probably this performance will be loaded with emotion and drama, also being in charge of closing the show. But for now, let's wait and see what is the final outcome for this proposal. And you, what do you think about the Ukrainian entry for this year? Comment here down below so we can start some discussion. And this is it for today's episode. With this, we've finished this series having reviewed the 16 artists that will participate on the edition to be held on Yerevan. What is coming from the next episode? You will know it very shortly, so stay tuned. For now, I'll invite you to like this video, subscribe to my channel, enable notifications, and follow me through my social media. Take care and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.